You're the Coliseum, and you're the top. You're the Louvre Museum. I'm a worthless chick, a total wreck of love. But if baby, I'm the bottom, you're the top. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby. Now you know that, right? By the way, when you meet the preacher will say, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, no, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. She's 5'2", eyes are blue. Oh, what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, but you like she's one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? It's wonderful,
wonderful,
marvelous,
marvelous.
You should care for me. It's awful nice,
Awful nice.
paradise,
Paradise.
what I love to see. Now, Thelma, we know so much about you, and we know, you bet, this is your favorite song. This song was written by Oscar Hammerstein and Jerome Kern for a landmark musical called Showboat in 1927. We could make believe I love you, only make believe that you love me. Others find peace of mind in pretending. Couldn't I, couldn't you, couldn't we make believe our lips are blending in a phantom kiss, or 2 or 3, might as well make believe I love you. For to tell the truth, I do. Claire tells me she was a real ingenue, and I love that word. Such a flair. She was always dressed to the nines. They say she was dressed to the nines when she came out of the womb. She went to Fravel High School in Gary, and she was a daredevil. She drove her first car when she was 12 years old. She said, who told us all this? And she drove it good, and she drove it fast. She went to the University of Wisconsin, and after 1 year, they didn't find a husband that looked really wonderful. So she came home, and she dreamed, as all young women in those days did, about finding just the perfect person to spend her life with. Again, 2 of her very special songs. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles and go. If I loved you, if not embarrassing.
I love all of you, and I'm so delighted to be here. Really, I am. You've been so great. I can't tell you. I love you all. And it's just wonderful that you all came to celebrate my birthday.
Good. Well, Milt Levenberg came from Detroit to Chicago and Gary, where he was a musician and a tennis star and valedictorian of his class, and played with Duke Ellington and the Norm Carl Orchestra, and played piano at dance jobs and wrote songs just for her. They were mad about each other from the get-go, and they had such a long and wonderful love affair. And I want to know if this is what he said when he saw you. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me be blue, could make me be true, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, I might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do, 'cause nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your charms, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. He worked as a bookkeeper in the steel mills, and at night played dance piano. And this is some of the music that they both loved. Milt's very favorite song. No, Misty, Roger. We needed Misty in here.
That was my favorite.
That sounded good, but let's do Misty. The Gershwins were busy in those days, and this is one of the best tunes they ever wrote. Embrace me. I love it when you nod, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy in me. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the charms. Oh, I love it when you're all singing the words. I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to Papa, do. My sweet embraceable you. And another song that they say that Thelma loves. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me, I could have danced all night. Well, they danced and they had a wonderful time together. And they were married. Milt was making $25 a week and didn't think that was enough money to get married on. But they did, June 17th, 1934 in Gary. And exactly at the same time period, Irving Berlin was getting married to his wife, with whom he also had a long and wonderful love affair. And for their wedding day, he wrote her a song, and he gave her the copyright to the song as her wedding gift. And because I just love watching you mouth all these words, you are all going to become my chorus. And I'm going to sing and you're going to know the words. I'll be loving you always. Look how great we sound. With a love that's true. When the things you plan need a helping hand, I will understand. Here's another wonderful song from the period. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your heart a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? Don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. All right, sharpen yourselves up because you're coming back. Days may not be fair, and you're being recorded, ladies and gentlemen. That's when I'll be there. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, this time twice, but always. Give yourselves a hand, you sounded wonderful. Well, what was happening in those days? They were married in her parents' backyard with Chinese lanterns. They bought the house from her parents at 2320 West 6th Avenue in Gary. And her grandfather wanted to give them a gift. And it was the Depression, and he wanted to give them $1,000. But he couldn't give them $1,000. He could only give them, at the time, $500. So Milt said he'd take a note for the rest. She was a housewife who always looked wonderful. She always had hat and gloves when she went out. She never wore blue jeans. She never wore a house coat. Milt went into the plumbing supply business with Maury, and Dick was born April 37, Bob May of 39, Buddy in June of 43, and Linda in May of 1950. She had always wanted a girl, and she was pregnant the whole time of Dick's bar mitzvah, and he had to postpone his bar mitzvah, and Thelma said, "You better make sure that this is a girl." Well, it was a girl. Now, this is what they're telling me. They said she was so spoiled, they had to take her to see Dr. Rudolph Dreikers, Dr. Dreikers at the University of Chicago, who was a child psychologist, who hopefully straightened everything out. Here's another story I love. When Thelma and Milt went on vacation, the grandparents and Mrs. Schuyler would take care of the boys. And Dick and Bob would walk on the piano, they'd write on the baker tables, and Mrs. Schuyler said, "No more babysitting for these boys. These boys are too bad." Bob was a hellion, Dick a goody-goody, and Buddy got punished. They all took the car when they were underage, and Thelma would chase them around the dining room table. She never knew who the culprit was, so she'd chase them all, and she'd try to get whoever was in her line of view. She was the best cook. She made apple pie and a superb baker, banana cream pie, apple strudel, mondo bread. She is such a wonderful baker that she specializes and knows everybody's likes and dislikes. So if you don't like raisins or nuts, your mondo bread does not have raisins or nuts. She even air freighted to California a whole Seder dinner for Pat, which had matzo ball soup and beef brisket. And that wasn't the only time, because she delivered a shrimp and a beef tenderloin when Claire entertained the boss. She showed up at Claire's door with the entire dinner made. She's a wonderful, wonderful cook. She makes stuffed cabbage. She doesn't know how to cook. For two, there's always an entire dinner. All of you are nodding. Aren't you lucky to be her friends? Always an entire dinner. She plays bridge and golf and kaluki. She's a champion teacher of her grandchildren, but she shows them no mercy. She takes their money when she's teaching them. She's not into sports. All her kids are. She doesn't like violence in movies. She walked out of In Cold Blood. But we know that she was a particular fan of a young lady who came to prominence in the 60s. This was a young lady who in the 1960s had funny-looking thrift shop clothes and chewed gum and had a big nose and an extraordinary amount of talent, and transformed herself into one of the superstars of our world. So a couple of little pieces of her songs, because we know you like her. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. You want to sing, ladies? With one person, one very special person, you can sing a feeling deep in your soul. Says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger. Sing, guys. But first, be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Here's the best one she sang out of that show. Here's the best. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Like candy and hot sons of all butter. Don't bring around the cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to try, I simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I'll march my band out, I'll beat my drum, and if I'm found out, your turn at bat, sir. I guess I didn't make it, hat, sir. At least I didn't fake it. Get ready for me, walk, cause I'm a come up. I simply gotta march, my heart's a drummer. Nobody but nobody is gonna rain on my parade. I'm Sadie, Sadie, a married lady. I bow when I go by. I'm a corporation now. Not me, myself, and I. Oh, how that marriage license works on chambermaids and hotel clerks. The honeymoon was such delight that we got married that same night. I'm Sadie, Sadie, a married lady, still in bed at noon, racking my brain, deciding between orange juice and food. He says that nothing is too good for me, and who am I not to agree? I'm Sadie, Sadie married lady, that's me. They went to the Kennedy inauguration. This beautiful lady wore a strapless dress. Oh, this fabulous dress that Pat has on. She wore this fabulous dress. She wore a Merry Widow. It was so tight that she felt faint during the proceedings.
Very tight also.
Two beautiful ladies wearing a gorgeous dress. They supported Richard Hatcher, who became... Wait, what are you saying? They took
They
your...
went to my closet and they took all those clothes out.
Aren't they lucky, and aren't you? She and her husband were one of the first supporters of Richard Hatch, who became the first black mayor of Gary. And guess what else we know about you, Thelma? We know that you taught elocution. And the other thing that I know, and this is her best student. And we also, if I didn't know the answer to this question, I'd have to ask her. But I know she uses sweet cream rinse on her hair. And it's done at Bunny's Beauty Shop. A hand for Bunny. All her kids took piano. She's a great shop. Nothing sacred, she said. All her kids took piano. She's a great shopper. The Fields truck stopped every Monday. Those big green Fields truck stopped every Monday in Gary to ask her if she had anything to return. She always did. Once she even returned a piano. And she lives in Highland, and she lives in Boca, and she still drives, and she serves Golden Agers lunch, and she reads to third graders, and she's just crazy about her grandchildren, and they are her biggest fans. She even bought her grandson, who likes to make mando bread, a mix master. She adores Heather and Carrie, Josh, Mandy, Wynn, Ren, Tom, Karen, Julie, and great-grandchild Daniel. And this is what, recorded forever and ever, this is what some of the people who love you so very much say about you. Claire said she's a delight. Dick said she's caring and friendly and speaks her mind. And Pat said she's sensitive to her children, and she says we're her daughters, not her daughter-in-law. Buddy said she never forgets an anniversary. There's always a gift for everyone. And he also said Dad gave her an unlimited spending for gifts, and she exceeded it. The girls say that she has her mouth closed and her pocketbook open. She treats everyone equally. She never says an unkind word. And Claire said she is the most wonderful example for a mother-in-law. She is always fabulous. There's never a cross word, and she looks at the positive. But guess what they all say about you, Thelma? Guess what they all say? They say you're full of, quote, piss and vinegar. But this is what they also say. It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day. In time, the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. So, in this absolutely beautiful room, surrounded by all of these people, family, friends, grandchildren, people who are so dear to you, we celebrate your life and wish you many more years to come. The best of times is now. What's left of summer but a faded rose. The best of times is now. As for tomorrow, well, who knows, who knows, who knows. So hold this moment fast and live in love as hard as you know how. And make this moment last, because the best of times is now, is now, is now, is now, is now. Happy birthday, Mrs. Sumner.
Grandma, are you gonna blow them
You
out?
want me to blow?
Sure.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Here we go. All right. Make a wish. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
Go, girl.
Bring it back later, huh?
She's having dinner cake before you.
That is a Blum's. No, that's a designer's choice, Chicago.
Yeah.
And then Mandy has,
Blum's of Chicago.
when? What year?
1950 something. 1954.
Sounds good.
This is 1962 inaugural ball. What's this one?
How many of you have a dress?
Wait a second.
I gotta get her out of here.
Comments?
That dress I bought to go to the Shapery.
Oh,
I love it. It's lace, black lace. Remember? That I remember. Oh, God. It's just cocktailing, dear. We went to all the cocktail parties. And Pat has my dress on that we went to the inaugural. I love it. You look gorgeous in it, dear. And you can't breathe? Well,
I can't breathe. Same story.
same story. That's mother and two daughters. Is that lovely?
Hey, do it with that
All
one.
right, that's we have to take them off now.
Oh,
We gotta breathe again. We have to breathe able to eat dinner.
Guys, wait.
They want to eat dinner, don't they?
Just the flash needs to go up. Sorry, man. Just like don't be afraid. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Let's have a little toast before we have dinner. What do you think? Okay, we're going to have a little toast before we have dinner. A toast to Mom. I first have to get out the toast here because I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, Mom. Hi, Mom. We're all very excited to be here with you tonight to celebrate your birthday.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I know I speak for everybody when I say we all love you very much. And we think you're the best mother, grandmother, sister, sister-in-law, friend. I forget anything? Any other relationships in here? Great-grandmother, sister-in-law. Any other relationships in the room? Okay. I think it's fantastic that we're all gathered here tonight from all parts of the country to honor you and be with you, Mom. And why are we all here? Okay, you don't have to answer that, Mom. I'm answering. Because we love you and we want to honor the contribution you've made to all of our lives. That's why we're here. And may you have many more happy and healthy years, and we will keep on celebrating, Mom.
Thank you.
L'chaim.
Who else would like to make a toast?
Is that Hindered and Swansea?
Why not?
Right,
I
Dad.
love you.
What does that mean, Grandma?
Pardon me?
What does that mean?
Till 120.
Oh.
In the Jewish religion, dear, they always used to say, "Biz a hindered and Swansea." You should live to be 120. And today it's very possible I'll be there. What else have I got to do?
Oh, wait, could you put the microphone?
Sure. What's it?
Please program.
Let's solve this.
No, let's say it again.
When you are 100, and you will be on Robert Scott's program on the
Absolutely.
Today Show.
Oh, yes.
I have a bottle of
I'll
Smucker's
be there.
grape
Don't
jelly.
worry. Not to worry.
Who else would like to have a toast since we have a floating microphone around here? How about if we come back to this table? Who can we have at this table? Tape going? Who's our speaker over
Here's a
here?
microphone. Dorothy left. You got
Is that right?
To my beloved sister-in-law,
even though she tried to poison me with ground glass, she tried to drive me off the golf course into the ditch. There was one other incident which I will not report.
Thank you, Lord.
I love you.
Thank you, darling.
You are a very wonderful, special lady.
Thank you, I love you too.
Well, it's your birthday. I lost track. Who would like to have a representing this table over here?
Grandma.
Who's our
The
speaker?
book you made?
I'll go for it.
Jerry.
I think he's got it. I think he's been elected.
Oops.
Gary.
I better not whip out the song.
These are chairs. We're gonna do this after.
Okay.
Carrie, stand up, will
I am immediately.
Put my glasses on, kids.
So,
Grandma.
so I actually did write a little something.
Grandma. Pay attention.
Grandkids are gonna do something all together. I wrote something I was gonna meet for tomorrow. I didn't expect to get pictures today. So I'll say it now.
Grandma, listen up.
So I wrote a little something, and it's in a familiar tradition. It's poetry only in the sense that it rhymes, but it also speaks from my heart. So it starts like this. Don't go past your waist, dear. You said on Mocha Beach. I would pretend I could not hear to see how far I'd reach. But if you were the ocean in which I went to swim, I would seek out your wave motion on more than just a whim. Your understanding flows from your astounding strength. Your love of family knows no limit to its length. And I would nourish better than all the ocean's fish my only beef in 6 years, your meatballs, Swedish. Hungarian style, of course. So I toast to you and all that you have done for our family's structure, where you outshine the sun. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Thank
Let's do it with the microphone.
Okay. I don't know how many people got. Everybody need a copy?
With the help of Jerome Kern, Dorothy Field, and Glenn Dreyfus,
Everybody
we
have a
put
copy?
these lyrics together for you. I want you all to join me. I'm going to do it first. I've rehearsed this for about 8 or 9 months. So I know it fairly well. So I'll do this first, and then we'll all come in and sing it. Thelma, you're looking all aglow, radiant from head to toe. There is nothing for us but to love you, and the way you look tonight, lovely, with your smile so warm. Around you we all swarm to show you how we love you, and the way you look tonight. With each word your kids seem to know things they've been told day and night. Still they listen just 'cause they know it's you that's taught them wrong from right. Never change. Keep your breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it, 'cause we love you. You've truly made our lives alive. So I want you all to join us. I can all have you sing. Radiant from head to toe, there is nothing for us but to love you, and the way you look tonight. lovely, with your smile so warm. Around you we all swarm to show you how we love you and the way you look tonight. With each word your kids seem to know things they've been told day and night. Still they listen just 'cause they know it's you that's taught them wrong from right. Lovely, never, never change. Keep your breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause we love you. You've truly made our lives but alive. Tell her we love you.
Susan.
I have to let you in a little secret. I do a lot of
Okay, we are clearly the grandson. We tried hers, we ran campaigns, we had a website, but she couldn't make it tonight. But she sends her warmest regards on Barbara's talents, songs, and reinterpreted them tonight for Grandma Thelma. So enjoy this medley of Barbara tunes to honor our grandma.
Where's the director?
Where's our musical director?
Yeah, I know. Oh, we'd like to introduce Claire Levenberg, our musical director.
Nikki, can you take a picture of
I
that?
don't know how this works, Patty. What do I do?
Okay, turn it on.
How do you turn it on?
Push it to the right.
This one?
Yeah, the top. No. Like further.
Grandkids who have grandma. We're the luckiest
I don't know how
grandkids
this works, Patty.
in the world. We're children loving grandma. And yet letting our tummies grow from strudel and cookie dough. Eating more macaroni and green beans. Grandma, we're here to honor Grandma. We're the luckiest grandkids in the Grandma sends us oranges, mondo bread and cookies. She goes to the store 4 times a day and sometimes more. We remember when she used to drive the Lincoln, still toots her horn often. Toot toot. She's even been river rafting in Lake Tahoe. When it's time for reading, she's reading Danielle Steele. She volunteers with old people, and that's how she stays young. And Grandma, we remember all the things you taught us about the virtues of butter, cooked with it in every dish. We learned how to love and learned how to laugh. So you think we could learn how to make apple pie? Grandma, we adore you evermore.
And for the finale this evening, we just wanted to tell Grandma, thank you for teaching us elocution. Thank you for trying to teach us how to bake. The Mongol bread on the videotape, we're still watching it. But our favorite thing she's taught us, aside from Kaluki, is a little bit of Yiddish.
Memories, schmickel, schmorgel, bubala. Shayna, put'em, taka, boy, hey. And move the boards. Hot took us, frosted, piss, bared,
This is terrific.
I'll share with you.
Thank you. Great job, you guys. Oh, what a wonderful job. Oh, it's terrific.
That was a cute one. Adorable. I loved it. Oh, man.
You're so Could you believe it? We had so many. Oh yeah, it's on the back. Terrible spelling error.
Love doing it.
Oh, it's so fun. You should see us last night. It was like we had a dress rehearsal this afternoon, and Claire was like making us holding notes and giving us right tune. It was so funny. I know. We were saying we only had this part of the tape.
Did they all take a shower? Oh my God, who wrote that?
We all wrote it together.
Oh, sure.
We did last night.
And if you guys could,
I'm the one who's helping them carry the tune. Very nice.
With us, the life of the most incredible woman that I can think of. I love you dearly, as do every person in this room. I'd like to thank my future son-in-law, Stan, for making this beautiful portrait. That was made with so much love. And I don't want you to think that was the only creative endeavor that went forth, besides, of course, the music that the grandchildren did. But also, we wanted you to have something special to take home with you tonight. So, of course, in honor of your colors, purple and pink, inside this bag, there is a book that's called Love Letters to Thelma. And everybody in this room has written something special for you that you can take home and look at and treasure as much as we all treasure you.
Beautiful, thank you.
Great.
Were they cute? They were laying on the beach yesterday. They were laying on the beach yesterday and they were trying to decide should they go for another badunk or should they write the song. And they were counting on the Israeli group to have written the song, who of course came back with nothing.
So if it comes out,
Anywhere,
I'll
but it's
finance
gonna be good for
the
nighttime
copying
kind of stuff, and it's gonna be
so that
good
everybody
for,
can, the couple or whatever can get one and stuff.
I think that answers part of your
Yeah,
question.
what we're going to do is we're going to look and see what happens tomorrow.
whatever pain in the assness it will be to have a car or a spot. No.
I am not involved in tomorrow.
No, it isn't. Nothing is anticlimactic. Here we go. All right.
And you sit, no, like sit
No,
right
no.
here.
No, like sit right here.
Why is Another song?
Get your glasses. Oh, you have them on. What? What do you need, glasses? Oh, dear. There's Amanda. So darling. They forgot to say. There we are. Yeah, there you are, honey. Here we go. Where are my glasses? No tearing.
Wait a minute, Aunt Alice has to sit down. Oh, she's
I'm not sure. Sit down, darling. I have one, darling. You have one, what is this now?
Leonard Dreyfus.
Leonard Dreyfus.
And Leonard.
Uncle Harry, would you go closer to that table, maybe?
We want me to stand in the center?
Yeah. Come on, Harry. But you're a star.
You see those flowers there? He charges
Now can y'all hear?
That's good.
Rick? Okay.
Okay, you go first.
Her meals are super. They're better than great. Plays bridge without bloopers. With Goran, she rates. She always gives much more than she takes. That's why this lady is a champ. She is so charming, her figure is great. Her smile's authentic. She's kept her own plates. She is an original. She humbles the fakes. That's why this lady is a champ. She loves to be pampered by the family she shares. They know that she cares. She yells and fells. At 120, she'll still be a vamp. That's why this lady is a champ. I really don't tell them. I really should do Yiddish. I really ought to sing Yiddish, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
I don't carry that. Are we going to do this together?
My mother's 75.
I'll have to sing with you.
Okay, we'll sing.
Okay, finish your mom afterwards.
I don't know, I think they don't remember.
Oh,
the words.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She knows the words. She's the only one I know I can speak Yiddish to.
No, you can speak English too. All these kids, they all
I know that you did very well. Okay, are we going to do this together?
Sure. Okay.
Let's go.
They're better than great. Plays bridge without bloopers. With Goran, she rates. She always gives us much more than she takes. That's why this lady is a champion. She's so charming, her figure is great. Her smile's authentic, she kept her own place. She is an original, she humbles her face. That's why this lady is a champion.
I like this table. Boy, that sounds great. Es geht mir besser in der Welt. Jüdische Mama, oi, wie bitter, wenn sie fehlt. Wie schön und lichtig ist ein Haus, wenn die Mama ist. Wie treu wie finster weg, wenn Gott nimmt auf allem Bord. Und Wasser und Feuer hat sie gelaufen fahren mit holtener Teier, das ist gewiss der Grenz. Sinn, oi, wie glücklich und reich ist der Mensch, was hat, als schöne getun und geschenkt von Gott. Als een altischke jiddische mama, mine.
Harry, thank you, dear. Harry sang that at my mother's 75th birthday.
And we're all inviting you to Kol Nidre in Temple Israel in Gary. You can have a repeat of this whole thing right there with Gary, our cantor. Right?
How many years has he been doing Kol Nidre? 59?
58.
58 years.
Oh my God.
58 years at Temple Israel.
Grandma, do you have any closing remarks?
Nobody's got the strength.
Why don't they fly me to the moon?
Yeah. Fly me to the moon.
With everyone.
Me to the moon.
And let me play among the stars. Let me see what love is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, be true. In other words, I love you.
That used to be in Gary. No, it's in pictures, it's only give you.
Oh, Grandma, sit down. 35 pounds. Can you pick up 35?
I cannot pick up 35 pounds.
Only on your lap. Let's go. You want to sit with Gigi? Give her a tickle?
Come here, give me a tickle. Oh, I told you.
That was quick.
I got you hitting my wife. She's pregnant.
Space.
This is the day after the party, the grandmother party.
Oh, I want the picture.
Dana's giving Gigi 90 kisses during the course of this party.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.
Daniel likes being tickled, and he likes to tickle too. Who's that?
What's going on with all the
Who's
cameras?
that?
Give a cook. Give a cook.
That'll be in the paper tomorrow.
Who's that, Daniel?
I hope so.
Who is that?
I hope so. Yum, yum. Give me a bite.
Did you give her a bite?
Sweet.
I'm gonna bite that all up. I'm gonna eat them. I'm gonna eat them all up. What did he eat? Sit with a bit?
A little bit. He had a big breakfast.
Did he? Oh, all right.
Did you tickle Gigi?
Did you give her a tickle?
I didn't do.
I hate this camera. It's just not warming up with all this time to flash it today.
Don't go away, Mad. It's going.
One of the tickle ones.
Look at that hair. You'll have a daughter, she'll have straight hair. I hope so.
Phil, I'd die for that hair.
Your dad today.
There's Daniel with Grandma.
Blow kiss.
Give Grandma a kiss.
Give me a kiss. Give Grandma a kiss. Let's give me a kiss in there. I want a tickle. Can I get a tickle? Say, I love you.
Can you say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? This is an annual event.
Harry really wants that peacock.
No, I don't.
Yes, he does.
There's another piece for you in there. No, I don't want it.
Josh is better, I think, than those two together.
Hey, Daniel. Daniel. Who's there? Who do you see?
Oh, I'm coming in for a picture. Who's that?
Oh, there goes Mommy.
You're back up here to follow.
Daniel, they're ready?
Yeah.
Wait, there's only two girls in it. Which way, left or right?
Backwards.
What are they doing to you, Daniel?
Whoa.
Okay, guys, look over here. Look over here for a
Photo
picture.
op.
Daniel, look at Mommy.
Oh, that was kind of a weird face.
Look at his position. What do you, can you blame the kid?
Kick your foot. Kick.
Okay, Daniel, look over here.
Now you're gonna be a double.
So, okay, you guys, everybody look here. Daniel, look at Mommy. Are you looking at Mommy? Say cheese.
Cheese.